I'm Jan, and it is like 8:30, and I'm not turning any more lights on because I just woke up from a nap. At 8:30 p.m., by the way, p.m. So if I look like I'm dead, it's because I am inside. Jokes. Anyway, today's video, we're going to talk a little bit about how I changed my relationship and mindset with money. Stopped at a few unhealthy habits. I know I had them, right? Whoa. As if I haven't been saving money since I was 16. And I was able to go from unemployed in the beginning of the pandemic to now, I think I'm going to be clocking in 50K this year. Yeah. And this is going to be a lot of like manifestation, law of attraction, you are what you eat type of stuff. So it's a little different, but if you do like it, as always, like the video. And if you want more stuff like this, subscribe because we're content every single week. If you don't, then you don't. But if this is what you need to hear, then this is just a nice slap in the face by reality, aka me, which is not, yeah, it's okay. I'm like second best choice. I get it. Okay, let's go. I have like no idea what cookie to choose. I'm gonna go with the classic sprinkles. So, we all know about the pandemic by now, and if you don't, then I don't know. I'm not explaining that. That's above my pay grade and my that's my limit on trauma. So, at the beginning of the pandemic, I was towards the end of my associates, and I was working at the Philadelphia International Airport in the international wing. You know the one thing that they banned? Well, the first thing that they banned? Travel. My entire wing shut down. We were all let go without further notice. They said that they might bring some of us back, but like, hey, I wasn't gonna go back until everything was fixed because my health is terrible. Go with the classic. So, I was unemployed. Did not go on unemployment for at least a while anyway. I do go on it later, but I had maybe 3 months left to my associates. So I finished that out, and I was doing absolutely nothing at home. And at the time, my mindset on money was, okay, I work for someone else, I get a check, I save enough money for college, and the rest, I spend it. I had a few small sinking funds. I was using Dave Ramsey's cash envelope method, and I still kind of do, but at the time, I wasn't that serious because I already knew I was going to get out of college debt-free, and that was my first thing. If you guys do not know, I have a video on it. And I wanted to make sure that I got all the things in life that I didn't as a child. And I think that's where most money problems stem from. You see, when we're kids, we're taught about money from our parents and our environment and everyone around us. And it may be something small. Maybe just like you asked for something, like, we can't get that. We can't afford that. The difference in wording really imprints on us. And the first thing that we learn as children is basically what we can and can't have. I'm not saying that is the first thing. I'm saying that when it comes to money, our impression is made from that age. And we take that with us into our adult years. So even though I was saving money, I was spending my excess on getting my nails done, getting really nice haircuts. And though I wasn't spending it on getting dyes, I was starting to save up to get my hair colored professionally, which was, if you do not know, $300 to $400 for every time because I have really thick hair. And it wasn't really something that was healthy. It looked healthy to everyone else because technically, for my age, I was already doing more than what a lot of my peers were. But it was not healthy. Because little me, she didn't get all those luxuries. We were a lower class family living in a 2-bedroom with 5 people. And now I'm eating Italian cookies sitting in my office. But I did not get here thinking that money equaled happiness. Sometime after I graduated, I did go on unemployment. But it was right before I went on unemployment, I sat there and I realized that I had absolutely no worth to myself. And I know that's kind of like sad because I'm talking myself down, but you know, middle child things. No. I had no worth to myself because I wasn't working. And I had equated my work to my money to my worth. And to me, money equaled money. And time equaled more money. But it wasn't like that. At some point when I was doing nothing, I sat there and I'm like, why did I spend all these years working at the same exact place when I could have reapplied myself? Started hearing stories of people starting small businesses, finding their passion all throughout the pandemic, and I didn't. Not until I sat there and I looked at myself. I actually started streaming during the pandemic, and I think that was a major turning point because I looked at the hours I was putting in gaming, something I really enjoyed, and I was making money off of it. No, it was not a crazy amount, but it was an amount I didn't even think about, and it wasn't because I was bringing time. Well, I was bringing time, but I wasn't just bringing time to the equation. I was bringing myself. I was bringing more than I thought that I could. And that meant a lot to people. So I started equating my money to knowledge. Yeah, I know, it's weird. And I decided at some point that I was going to make sure that my time was worth the best amount of money. Yeah, time does not just equal money. Money does not just equal money. Knowledge and time equal money. So when I moved to Florida and I first started looking for jobs, I had maybe 4 that I got into, did not like, and left. Because at this point, my mindset had changed. I knew that I was worth more. I spent the entire pandemic knowing that I had more knowledge and I had more worth, and my money did not need to be spent on nails, on my hair, on different things that I could use instead to invest and get more money. I spent every hour looking for a job that I would enjoy, and luckily I did find a job that I currently love. And I also found my part-time job that I also enjoy. Of course, in that time I started my Etsy shop, I started YouTube, and I save a lot more than I originally did. I learned how to do my own nails. I learned how to do my own eyelash extensions. I've been doing my hair since the beginning of the pandemic by myself, every single color of the rainbow, and it has not been bad. It has not. It is amazing to see what you can do when you learn that there are things you can do yourself. You can take your own future into your hands. And I think as children, if we're not taught that, if we are not said that we could be the entire world in one person and do everything, then we believe that there is not enough to go around. And that's what I thought. Until I knew that there is enough to go around. There's more than enough to go around as long as you take it, you invest it, and you reinvest it. Again, not just the money, your knowledge and time. So now I'm at 50K this year. I have a lot of things coming for me. I spend almost every waking hour working, but it's not the same. I used to be tired working an 8-hour shift, and now I volunteer to do overtime, not because of the monetary gain, but because I don't feel like I'm working. It's crazy. I spend my lunch breaks making YouTube videos. Like, I've learned how to edit myself and do my own graphics, and I stream still on the weekends, and, well, not weekends, but on Sundays and Thursdays, and I don't feel like a hassle. I spend every waking moment furthering myself, reinvesting myself to make more. And if I had not thought that there was more out there, that there was more for me to do, then I would have never done it. I would have been stuck working probably a menial job that was not actually possible to further myself, because I wouldn't have thought that someone with just her associates, and though I had a lot of experience at a young age, would get any job that was worthwhile. You are what you eat, right? And that includes what you mentally intake. The pandemic was basically a turning point for me. And I know it was a turning point for a lot of people in the world, but a lot of you guys are still struggling. And until you come to the terms that there is really no need to struggle, it's going to be hard for you to move on. I'm not saying you can't, but it's hard when the thing that's pulling us back is ourselves. Now, of course, there are many people out there that have different circumstances. I know that. But in my general experience, this is what's worked for me, and I hope that it works for someone else. Of course, someone may come and say, hey, you're privileged, you live with your parents, they're doing better now. Yeah, but I take my advantages and just make them, well, an advantage. To see what your advantages are. Make them an advantage. Make them work for you, because they will. I hope this helps in some way, shape, or form. But remember, at the end of the day, I am not a professional. I am a cookie-loving middle child. So, I might turn on the light and stop living like a goblin, but other than that, love y'all. Bye.